don't take methamphetamine. I promise you that shit, man. Only the old heads did meth about, man, I'd say around 7 or 8 years ago here in Hartgrice, Texas. Only the old white heads were doing, old white folks that had been in prison and old white folks that were prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? The old female prostitutes, like, shout out Linda, shout out Roxanne, you know what I'm saying? Got my favorite old prostitutes, you know what I'm saying, if y'all watch this video. Because Linda, I know you watched some of my shit back when I was younger and I was crazy. So I hope you watch this, Linda. Shout out. But don't do meth, you know what I'm saying? It'll rot your teeth. Man, my teeth turn yellow. You know what I'm saying? I gotta start brushing these toes more. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, I didn't lose any teeth smoking meth. And I was hooked on that shit, I'd say about 2 years. Yeah, I did meth for about 2 years and didn't lose a single tooth. I mean, I chipped the shit out of like a bunch of teeth. I chipped them. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't lose the whole fucking tooth. You know what I'm saying? Thank God. I bet you if I'd have kept doing it. I mean, in just 2 years, I could tell my gums got unhealthy. My teeth got all yellow. My skin aged dramatically. People used to think I used to get carded for cigarettes. Can you imagine carding this? No, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just like 2 years ago, I'd get carded for cigarettes. I was 28 years old, and they would card me for cigarettes. But just 2 years later, people think I'm like 40. You know what I'm saying? I mean, meth will age the shit out of you, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man. And I weighed, well, I wasn't hooked on meth first. Y'all all heard of Spice, Deuce, 2G, K2, whatever the fuck, synthetic marijuana, herbal incense, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I was hooked on that shit. And I started pimping this hoe who just, I ain't gonna say her fucking name, because she might see the fucking video. I was pimping her using my best friend, because she was in love with my best friend's dick. You know what I'm saying? And she wanted to be his girlfriend. He was like, I don't love this hoe. I love Spice. So I told that motherfucker, I was like, well, if you love Spice, and why don't you just stay here and smoke all the fucking spice you want, keep dicking down that prostitute, and you get the money from her, and you give me the money, and I'll go get the spice. And so I got all the goddamn money via my homeboy, who had a 9-inch dick, and was swole as a bitch, and looked good and handsome and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was dicking down this prostitute. She was living with me. He was living with me. And I mean, she was hooked on heroin. You know what I'm saying? So we had to find the heroin plugs around town for her. You know what I'm saying? But she already had the heroin plugs, really. But we were always looking for her, just in case. Because you gotta have that shit. When you're on heroin, I mean, you go just a few hours without having that shit, you start throwing up, man. It's disgusting. See, I hated having to baby that bitch, or give her my Xanaxes, or my Spice. You know what I'm saying? Because she's fucking going through dope sickness. You know what I'm saying? And how you gonna suck a dick or fucking trick when you're going through dope sickness? So we had to make sure the bitch had her heroin. Anyway, so on top of the heroin, we had to feed the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Buy her shit. Pimping ain't easy, man, but it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You just gotta lay the hand down on that bitch every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? No, point of the matter is, I was trying to talk about meth and why you shouldn't do meth. You know what I'm saying? But I'm leading up to that. All right. I mean, the prostitute. I mean, I was swole back then. I was 225. I could do like 20 pull-ups. I could bench like 320. You know what I'm saying? I was strong. You know what I'm saying? Squat like deadlift about 500 pounds. And I started smoking the K2, and it didn't affect me like everybody else. My homeboy, my black homeboy. You know what I'm saying? He would smoke the shit. He was digging down the prostitute. So I was pimping out a guy and a girl. I was pimping him out, making him go fuck a bitch for money. Getting money from him. And she's giving... and she gave me money. She gave him money. She gave me money. But I got all the money because I was buying all the spice. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we wanted. We were just strictly selling pussy. And he was giving the dick away to the prostitute. We were strictly having the bitch sell pussy so we could get high. And I became very intelligent on that shit. Unlike everybody else. See, I wrote her back page ads. You know what I'm saying? I wrote a back page ad, and the only thing I remember out of that back page ad was with a touch of spice. Because the bitch's name, alright, her name was Spice. Oh yeah, fuck, that was her fucking name. I don't know her real name. But she said she came from a wealthy family in New York. Or some shit, Boston or some shit like that. Boston's the heroin capital of the world, probably Boston. But, anyway, She's fucking hoeing around with her fucked up self. And we're smoking the spice and shit. I go so bad shit crazy. I can't sleep for 5 days at a time. I'm smoking spice daily, all day long. I get off spice when they made this shit illegal. Because I had some religious conversion because I thought I could see spirits and stuff. And I got all spiritual. And they just yanked me off the streets and told me to the mental hospital, maximum security mental hospital, because I was dangerous and all this shit. You know. They give me electroshock therapy. Now, when they give you electroshock therapy, you're supposed to be able to sleep that shit off for about a year or two. They give you big bottles of pills that are supposed to make you sleep. Well, they didn't make me fucking sleep. I was staying up for 5 days at a time. They should have gave me 5 times the fucking dose to give everybody else. But no, I go through 8 electroshock treatments, and I'm in so much fucking pain, and I can't sleep through it like everybody else does it. I'm awake, feeling pain from here to the bottom of my feet. It felt like my fucking hair follicles were hurting. And it was the most pain I've ever been in my life. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I wouldn't do that shit to Saddam Hussein, Bin Laden, Adolf Hitler, none of them hoes, because they don't deserve that shit. Put them in a gas chamber or something, hang them. But electroshock is like getting your dick cut off every second of every day across your whole body when you can't sleep through it. Because they gave me Xanax, and my neighbor stole my fucking Xanaxes. Stole the whole fucking bottle the day I got out the hospital. So I went back to try to get some more. They wouldn't give me any more. So that kind of fucked me. You know what I'm saying? They gave me 2 other drugs. I don't know what those were fucking called, but they were supposed to help me sleep and shit. They didn't work. I had to take like 5 or 6 to make them work. Everybody else who was in the hospital with me who was on electroshock treatment, they just took 1, and they were out for 24 hours. And I had to take like 5 or 6 to be out half a day. And I had to take 5 or 6 more. 5 or 6 more. So I think those pills that are supposed to last me like a fucking year lasted me like 1, maybe 2 months. And after that, pain. I was on the pain train for like a whole year. So I got hooked on methamphetamine. That's where the methamphetamine comes in. Don't take meth. The methamphetamine killed the pain of the electroshock. And when I was on electroshock, I couldn't talk. I literally forgot who everybody was for the first 6 months, first year or two. I didn't know who the fuck people were. I'd run into people, my friends and family members. But who the fuck are you? When they would start talking to me, you know? If I talked to them at all. Because most of the time, I was so, couldn't even talk. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, that's not the case now. But the methamphetamine helped heal my brain, I believe, actually. When I first started using it. I mean, it sped my brain up. And I would start talking, having conversations. And then the meth would wear off. And I'd be like, damn, I want to be able to talk again. So I just started buying meth. Couldn't pimp hoes after electroshock. Because I was all scrawny, weak, and, you know, had no mouthpiece no more. And I still don't have the mouthpiece I used to have. I used to be able to freestyle better than Eminem. I mean that shit. And, you know, I got in trouble because I would say nigga in my freestyles. And I'm white, you know, and I would just beat your fucking ass if you had a problem with it. Because I ran around with a posse. You know, I had my black homeboy who lived with me. Had another homeboy named D. Big old black guy. He let me say nigga. Had another friend of mine who was black, came over, so... Not only, I kind of stayed in my home turf, so when I was saying nigga, I had 3 niggas with me who would beat your ass if you had a problem with it too. So, yeah, I started doing this meth, you know what I'm saying? All my black friends evaporate real quick when I started doing meth because, you know, black people back then, they were scared of shit, scared to death of meth, you know what I'm saying? Now, all the black people are trying to sell it though, and they getting hooked on it. I've seen a million fucking black meth heads in Hard Rice and Killeen, Texas. I've seen a whole bunch of black meth heads. That shit is no longer the white man's crack like that motherfucking comedian said a few years ago. This shit is everybody's crack. And crack is dead. Hell, downtown Killeen is the only place anybody smokes that shit. Oh, and of course my next door neighbor smokes that shit. On the first. He's a social security check. But y'all know where I live. Y'all gonna know who he is. He's gonna get mad if he watches this video. But don't do meth. It aged me by like 10 years. Alright. It did speed my brain up. Just like the spice did. But it didn't make me smarter like the spice did. I mean, I figured out how to program an iPhone in like 5 minutes whenever I was on that spice. My brain worked so fast and I could actually remember things. But now, when I started abusing meth, I'd be going through psychosis or whatever, thinking I made perfect sense. And then when I sobered up, I'd realize, damn, I didn't make any motherfucking sense. And I was like 175. when I started using, and I got down to 160. Well, I was already scrawny as a bitch at 175. I looked damn like people thought I had AIDS in the neighborhood. Man, I had to move the fuck out. I was sharing needles with people shooting up dope and heroin mixed together. Because meth is the gateway drug to heroin. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing both. And I mean, it was just crazy. I told my rich parents, I said, if you don't give me money, I'm going to kill and rob people. And I'll be going to prison. So my rich parents gave me $20 a day to get at least one fix. You know what I'm saying? And I, unlike other people, preferred the meth to the heroin. Heroin didn't last long. Sometimes it didn't even get me high. I think it's because the dealer was just selling some bunk shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I would shoot up meth every day. And I got off that shit, and it's been about a year. I'm about 210, a little over 210 now. From 160, so I put on about 50 pounds. And, I have only not done meth, I say, for about 2 months of being completely sober and clean. And, you know, when I first got off, I went 3 months off sober and clean, started using it once a week. But I started using it twice a week. And I never went to more than twice a week. But, man, it was fucking me up. But don't use meth, though. And this is, I'm manic, you know what I'm saying? I'm insane. And I know this video might not make sense. But, hell, I don't have to make motherfucking sense. And I don't got nothing better to do than get on YouTube and talk about why you shouldn't do meth. You know what I'm saying? And which syrup is better? Hill Country or Log Cabin? Hit me up with your comments. And the reason why I got so big when I was using meth twice a week? Weight gainer. Yeah, I take 1,200 calories a day. A weight gainer. Because sometimes I couldn't eat. You know how meth tastes with your appetite. But you can always drink some weight gainer and it still tastes good. Even if it's sip for sip and you're forcing yourself to drink it. You know what I'm saying? And I worked out on that motherfucking meth too. I almost had a heart attack at the gym more than once. Alright, bye. And now...